we just want to connect up the ultrasonic distance sensor. We're not too worried about sending messages or wireless stuff, so we can push all these to one side, and literally all we need to start with is the sensor and the Arduino and a few wires. And so how this works is, so it will fire out of here a sound wave, and if it's back here, it fires the sound wave, comes along, hits the toast, bounces back, and it not only fires a sound wave, it records the echo back, and it can use the time taken for the sound to do this to, using the speed of sound, calculate how far away the toast must be. First we will hook the Arduino Uno up to our breadboard, and because this operates at 5 volts, the Arduino Uno has a 5 volt power outage. Super simple. Just plug this into the 5 volt socket, and then we will use the top positive rail. This will be 5 volts across here, and we want to send a ground on the other end. It needs to be male to male. So you can use any ground. On the Uno, and just plug it in, and now anything we connect up to here should be grounded, anything going into here should be 5 volts. Now we connect our VCC on the ultrasonic sensor up to the 5 volt rail, and we connect the ground to the ground. It would be helpful if I put things in the right slots. VCC and ground are connected. We need to connect trigger and echo, and these two can go to pretty much any slot on the Arduino that you want to use. I just use 12 and 11, and so long as you use 11 and 12 in your code for trigger and echo, everything should work out. And that's literally how simple the circuit is for the distance sensor. The code for measuring the distance with an ultrasonic sensor comes straight from this brilliant guide by Abdulabi17. It goes through a very thorough overview of how the sensor actually works, and then there's this code which you can just copy paste straight into your project, and it looks a little bit like this. You need to define your trigger and echo pins from your sensor to whatever you plug them into the Arduino, 11 and 12 for me. And in the setup, it's not much other than activating the pins, setting the serial monitor so we can see debugging output, and then in the loop, just over and over again, we call this function distance measure, which comes from the guide, and this just sends out a pulse, reads how long it takes to come back, and from that infers how far away is the sound wave bounced off of. And we say, well, if it's less than 10 centimeters away, that probably means the toaster's popped up right in front of us. And if we now go and open the serial monitor and run this, you'll see that it's currently looping,
measuring the distance every second, and if you put your hand in front of it, there we go, it's under the distance limit, so it recognises toast is ready. And so from this point onwards, all we need to do is add into here the code to talk to the Wi-Fi chip and send an actual request to the server.